In Full Zoom is presented by Calvo Enterprises, Inc. and IT&E.
Good day, everyone, and welcome to another edition of In Full Zoom. I'm Nestor Licanto, and pleased to welcome our guest this week. He is Director Vince Arriola of the Guam Department of Public Works. And Vince is here because we're going to talk a little bit about the transportation money that's coming in from the infrastructure, the $1.2 trillion infrastructure law that was signed recently by President Biden. Good day, Vince. Good to see you.
Good day. Good afternoon, Nestor and Jason. Good to be with you folks.
Okay, first of all, let's get your reaction to this massive transportation and infrastructure spending bill.
Well, obviously it's President Biden's goal to help jumpstart the economy still, and fix a lot of the infrastructure issues, not just on Guam, but throughout the nation. Because I think as most people know, once you get a massive infrastructure effort going throughout the nation, that spurs a lot of jobs, that spurs a lot of buying. It increases the strength of the national economy and state economies and local economy, as in Guam. And so we're very thankful for that, because I imagine not just in Guam but in many of the states as well, they've got a number of infrastructure issues that need to be addressed in terms of roads, highways, bridges, stormwater, and things of that nature.
Yeah. So how was that translated into Guam? Can you elaborate more on that in terms of jobs?
Right now, what we're looking at is our number one priority here in Guam are going to be some of our major routes, our major highways. We have a couple bridges that we want to take care of. We also have this stormwater drain issue that plagues our island throughout most, if not all, the rainy seasons. We have flooding issues that can be addressed there. I think the infrastructure bill may also address some of our shorelines, and the degradation of some of our shorelines. So hopefully we can take care of some of those issues, because in just the short 2 years that I've been here at DPW, we have a lot of infrastructure issues that have gone by the wayside. And so if we can address a good number of that, that'll really help out our island. Now the issue is going to be, as you mentioned here, in terms of jobs, right? Do we have the capacity to go out there and find contractors that are capable and able to actually do the construction and do the improvements that we sorely need.
Yeah, and I guess one of the other things that has just come up in the last maybe half year or so is the materials, because we've got this backlog and the supply chain disruptions. How's that going to factor in?
From what we've seen, a lot of our design plans are a year old. Some of them are 2 years old. And of course, we have estimates and stuff like that. And every single bid that we put out so far, we're seeing increases of anywhere from 20 to 35% over what our engineer estimates are. And that's a function of, as you mentioned, the supply chain, the production chain, shipping, things of that nature. So, and that's everything from construction materials to asphalt to concrete. Labor, I think we're still holding our own in terms of labor, but the supply and materials issues with regard to construction are very concerning, and we see them both in terms of the bid prices that are coming in and the final contracts that we have with the contractors out there.
Yeah, so you think that has the potential to delay a lot of the projects that we would normally see getting going already?
It could delay some of it. As a matter of fact, we have a contract out there for, and I still don't understand it, because there's only one company that does highway road striping and marking, and we just gave them a notice to proceed to start with striping and marking all of Route 4 from Agana to Chalampago, and we're at their mercy. We have to wait until they bring in their next shipment of road striping paint, and so that's a big concern to us. You know, we're probably 2 if not 3 months behind on that.
Yeah, and there's no question we need that road striping in a lot of places on Guam.
We need all our. You know, we're ready to go. We've got the funding. It's just you know, we're at the mercy of a lot of the private contractors here who do that type of work. You know, and I'll tell you, the military projects, they're a huge impact on our construction industry. Just ask anybody who's trying to build a fairly decent sized house or a commercial building. We have to really shop for a contractor that's available.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, how is the military construction impacting outside the fence projects? And as you mentioned, it's probably impacting it pretty hard.
Pretty hard, yeah. You know, and especially with the type of construction that Public Works is involved with, which are basically our highways and our roads. And today, as we speak, there's only one contractor that's able to pave our roads right now. I understand there's another private contractor that is coming on board. I understand they've done some preliminary paving, testing out their equipment and their materials. So that'll be a welcome addition to I imagine not just the local government, but also the federal government in perhaps having another contractor to be able to do road paving, asphalt paving.
Okay, we're going to pause here for a short break, and when we come back, we're going to show you a video of Vince speaking before the Guam Chamber of Commerce. We'll be right back.
In Full Zoom is presented by Calvo Enterprises Inc. and IT&E. GU Self-Storage, conveniently located near the Harmon McDonald's. We offer affordable rates, online payments, and auto bill pay for your convenience. Plus gate access daily from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Call us today at 648-7867 for more information. In Full Zoom is presented by Calvo Enterprises Inc. and IT&E.
Continuing with In Full Zoom, we have a video of Director Arriola speaking before the Guam Chamber of Commerce, outlining a ton of new projects that are on the horizon for both roads and other types of infrastructure. And here's that video.
Thank you very much. Glad to be here, and thank you very much to the Guam Chamber of Commerce for inviting me to participate in this 2022 economic forecast. This morning, I'm going to be talking about our federal highway projects, our village street projects, some of our Government of Guam CIPs, and other Government of Guam construction that we expect to take place during calendar year FY 2022. I'm going to start off right now with our federal highway projects. The first one we have that's currently ongoing right now is the Route 1 resurfacing. And this is going to go from Route 30, the old Pizza Hut, up to the Airport Road. They've already started construction on that. They're working on some of the storm drains, some of the manholes, but that's going to run all 7 lanes, northbound and southbound, including the center lane. It's about a little over a mile and a half. That project has already been awarded, and so that's going to be a complete mill and pave, marking, and some adjustments to some of the medians. So actually, paving, milling and paving will start this coming January. A little bit of a delay in terms of supplies with our contractor, but I think once January hits, you'll see some major construction going on with that area. And as you can see, these are just some photos of the scalding that you see on the pavement. A lot of the manholes that are not flush with the pavement, and so on and so forth. So that's going to be a nice stretch, and that's also going to include the intersection at ITC. We're also going to we've got the Route 28 reconstruction and rehab, and that's basically Waisengsong Road up in Dedido. That's been awarded as well. Construction will start probably in January. And again, that's going to be a complete reconstruction of the road to include swales and culverts and better drainage facilities within the area. And that'll go from Marine Drive all the way to Bumatatsu Street, which is that's a good about a mile and 1.3 miles long. This road hasn't been touched since it was probably first built, and so we've put some funding into it, and it's a major access road that takes traffic off of Marine Drive to the north, further north of Dedido. As you can see, it'll also include some, like I said, some drainage issues that we plan to resolve as well. This is like one of my favorite construction projects that we've got going here. We had this bidded out a couple years ago, and we didn't get any takers, so we let it out again. We visited a lot of contractors to hopefully get their interest, and we had a couple contractors bid on this project. This is Route 5. This is the road leading to Naval Magazine. It's a 1.3 mile stretch. This is a major reconstruction and widening that'll include 10-foot shoulders as well, drainage issues hopefully resolved, and a really good base underneath. So this road is horrendous, and the traffic on that has really picked up. We had hoped to get some funding from DOD, but that kind of fell through. So we threw in the money from our federal highway programs. Also on the board that we look for FY 2022 construction is going to be the Route 14 resurfacing. This is the Chalon San Antonio Road, and this will go from ITC. It'll go through the rotunda, the traffic circle there, and then all the way down to the Hilton Hotel. We bid this out 3 times for complete reconstruction. We didn't get any takers, so we basically just de-scoped this project to a simple mill and pave and full markings. So this is a long project, and again, it's going to be in the Tamuning area. It's long overdue. We've got some. It's not a smooth road at all, and you know, of course, our main issues here when we do our road projects is driver and passenger safety. So this will really bring the safety level of this route 30 up to speed. We also the traffic circle that we have up on the top of the hill. We're going to reconfigure that and redesign it so it actually works as a true traffic circle, and it's nonstop flow of traffic.
In Full Zoom is presented by Calvo Enterprises Inc. and IT&E. GU Self-Storage, conveniently located near the Harmon McDonald's. We offer affordable rates, online payments, and auto bill pay for your convenience. Plus gate access daily from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Call us today at 648-7867 for more information. In Full Zoom is presented by Calvo Enterprises Inc. and IT&E.
We've got a bridge down in the Molesso area that we've got on tap for construction as well. We let that out for complete reconstruction twice, and we didn't get any takers. So we're just looking to get it shored, and hopefully that temporary shoring lasts for another 10 or 15 years, depending on. I think we've got a good design that'll allow us to get it to last that long with just shoring construction. We had brought it down to one lane for several months, and we had we did some construction work on it, but it needs a little bit more extensive work. So that's going to be out on our bids as well. We've got some safety improvements along Route 10. Route 10 is from the tri-intersection all the way to through Manilo and up to Chalampago. Safety improvements that are look to be constructed in FY 22. This includes a traffic signal in front of between Payless and KFC. We've got we're going to do some section repaving, as you can see in this photo. We did something similar to that along Route 8, and that turned out to be really well. There's portions of the road that are still holding up real well, but there's portions for some unknown reason that have just failed, and they can be anywhere from 50 square feet to maybe 200 square feet. So we'll cut those out and get them repaved. This is our next project for reconstruction would be Route 14B. We put this into two phases. Initially, we had this going from the Hilton Hotel all the way up through. This is basically EPOW Road, from the Hilton Hotel all the way up to Marine Drive. Because of funding issues, and also road closure issues, we decided to put it into two phases. So we're gonna let this portion out, phase one, and it's basically from the Hilton Hotel intersection to just the entrance of Seventh-day Adventist Clinic, and that's gonna require a full road closure because we're gonna turn that road into 3 lanes and sidewalks on both sides, and in this particular stretch, it's going to be right along the cliffside. So we're going to need a retaining wall. That's part of the design, and a nice sidewalk and railing as well. I think hopefully we get a bidder on this, and when this is all done, this is going to be a really nice and safe road for everyone. Once we get this phase done, then we'll finish up the Route 14B reconstruction and take it from Seventh-day Adventist Clinic all the way to Marine Drive. Yeah, that's the curved road that you see going down to the Hilton, and that's on your way up. So that'll be reconstructed, and full friction course will be part of the construction. We also have currently we have IDIQ projects that will go from this year. They'll go on to next year as well, and these are going to be island wide. We've got striping and marking. This has already been awarded to a company, Highway Safety Services. So our first project for striping and marking will be Route 4 from Agana all the way up to Chalampago. We hope to do Route 10 and then Route 8 after that as well. We've also got island-wide guardrail repair and replacement. I'm sure you folks have seen the guardrails and repair throughout the island. Some of them need some major repair and replacement. And then also just repaving of certain portions of the road, as I had mentioned there earlier, where we do say a 50 square foot or 100 square foot cutout, and we anchor that with concrete and then repave that. So that's already been done. I want to talk. We've got some Department of Defense funded projects that we've got going. The first one is going to be along Route 1. That's going to be the reconstruction of multiple bridges. We've got 5 bridges that are going to be totally reconstructed. Let's see, we've got the Fonte Bridge. That's right around the Anigua area, right by the cemetery. We've got the Atantano Bridge. This is a large bridge. This is right outside Naval Station. And then the Asen Bridge in Asen, of course. And then we have the Laguas Bridge and the Sasa Bridge. This is along the Sumai Road going down to Naval Station. So all those bridges are going to be replaced as part of this DOD project. Additionally, part of the DOD project includes a complete reconstruction of the outer lanes of Marine Drive. And this is going to go from Naval Station all the way to the intersection of Route 3 and Route 1. The reason for that is DOD, in staffing up and getting Camp Blas ready. They're going to be carrying munitions, equipment, and so on and so forth. And so they're going to reconstruct the outer lanes of Marine Drive from Naval Station to the intersection of Route 1 and Route 3. To include the bridges as well. So it's also going to include whatever utilities are under there, whether it be water, stormwater, sewer, telecom, and perhaps even power. So that's going to be complete reconstruction. They've initially pegged the costs at 70 mil. At the rate that prices are going up, I can see that number escalating.
In Full Zoom is presented by Calvo Enterprises Inc. and IT&E. GU Self-Storage, conveniently located near the Harmon McDonald's. We offer affordable rates, online payments, and auto bill pay for your convenience. Plus gate access daily from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Call us today at 648-7867 for more information. In Full Zoom is presented by Calvo Enterprises Inc. and IT&E.
We also, I'm sure you folks also know that we have our Village Streets projects that we have going on. It's a combination that we do. When I say we, the Department of Public Works does the preparation, and our contractor, our present contractor, Hawaiian Rock, comes in and they do the final paving. So we've got some streets up in Derido, in Jigo. We've got in the central region, as you can see here. We've got some in Agana Heights, in Chalampago. If you notice in Chalampago, where we're looking to do My Road, we have some rights-of-way issue and road easement issues that we're trying to resolve. So this will, hopefully we can get this thing done toward the end of the year. We've also got some roads in Village Streets and MTM, and as you can see in Tabuni. Then, of course, in the south, we've got a number of streets that we've done. We already started in Santa Rita, and I think once the supply issues get taken care of by our contractor, come January, we'll really hit the streets running. No pun intended. But the Village Streets project will really take off once our contractor's up and running. We also have the government also has a lot of CIP projects, as Siska was talking about. These are great projects for small to medium contractors. It keeps them busy. It keeps them their employees employed. As you can see, the list right here, where we're doing basketball gyms, we're doing some baseball fields, and we're basically all throughout the island. Basically, every village is going to get some form of improvement to either their community center, their sports fields, or their gyms. We have a few other GovGuam construction projects. Public Health has an environmental health building that's coming up. Guam Custom and Quarantine's got something coming up. Let's see, Department of Youth Affairs, they've got a facilities upgrade that's coming up. And then also the Chalampago Mayor's Office is, we're looking to get that design built for that. And that's just the Mayor's Office. As you can see, we've got some other projects coming up. The big one there is going to be the Guam Police Department Evidence Building. Right now, they've been renting for several years, but they've got a grant to design and build a whole new evidence building. So we'll be letting that out shortly. We let this out, the repair of the LADA housing, that's about ready to be awarded. So these again are all slated for FY and calendar year 22. We've got you've probably seen some in the news about the pool repair that we've got ongoing. We just broke ground for the Chalampago Multi-Purpose Community and Emergency Center. That's an $8 million project. And then we've also got the new Public Health Modular Lab and generator housing. Again, like I said, there's all these different improvements and renovations that we're looking to do. A lot are going to happen in Tuman. A lot are, especially down in EPAL, we're looking to do a complete renovation down at EPAL. EPAL hasn't had a major renovation in so many years. So, we look to have that happen, and I think it's going to be, it's a perfect time to do that, so that once the tourism returns, our sites and our beaches and our parks are all upgraded and everything. We've got some infrastructure. Some have already started, to include the airport, the Port Authority of Guam, GRTA, as the design is just about done. We'll let the bid out for the construction. That's a $4 million project that we estimated, and then also the Fishermen's Co-op in Agana. In addition to that, I didn't list it here, but the Department of Defense awarded a grant to Government of Guam for $32 million to build a complete diagnostic laboratory. So once that happens, once that gets up and running, all our lab work won't have to be sent off island for diagnostics and stuff. Everything should be able to be done here in Guam. So that's going to be a really good boon to our healthcare system. There's some other construction issues that we have going on, as you can see here in the list. It just goes on and on. We've got so many. Again, these are good projects for small to medium-sized construction companies. I think what would really help is if we can get additional H2 workers to work outside the fence. That'll really crank up the construction industry here, because that's part of the issue right now. Is when we let it out to bid, our issue is hoping that we do get actual bids for these projects. Right now, we've these projects alone, we've pegged at about 475 million. But as we move and as the monies come in from the federal government and from grants that we've applied for, that number is just going to increase. And we believe FY 2022 and calendar year 2022 is going to be really big for construction here in Guam. Not just in the private sector, but definitely in the government sector. I just wanted before I end, I just wanted to mention to hopefully in line with that, I may have mentioned in some other forums that we are looking to upgrade our building permit process, an RFP to get the process online for owners, contractors, and government agencies. Our RFP for that should be out in the public hopefully early next year, and that's going to really save time for both owners, contractors, and the government as well. So it'd be similar to the driver's license online application process, and if we can get that going, that's going to be a really big help to our constituents and the general public.
And we'd like to thank Director Arriola for that. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Nestor Licanto. We'll see you next week for another edition of In Full Zoom.
In Full Zoom is presented by Calvo Enterprises, Inc. and IT&E.